Good morning and welcome. We're so glad you're joining us on this musical Sunday morning. If you are new to our community and you would like to learn more about us, please visit our website at www.unitytemple.org and fill out a visitor form. Or if you're joining us in person, please stop by the welcome table in the foyer after service. We look forward to getting to know you and hope you enjoy the service.
Good morning. My name is Matthew Bruce. I use pronouns he, him, and I serve on your board of trustees. It is my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. If you are here for the first time, thank you for joining us. We look forward to getting to know you. We invite everyone present in the sanctuary today to join our in-person community time immediately following the service. Our online Zoom community time will happen right after the service as well. The link can be found in the eBeacon or Saturday's email, or you may send an email to tlewis@unitytemple.org to request the link. We appreciate everyone wearing a mask over your mouth and nose during the service as a way to protect each other. If you find yourself needing a break from wearing your mask, we invite you to go out on the patio and come back when you are ready. Each week, we remind ourselves of our congregation's core values. They are connection, transformation, justice, and acceptance. Our mission is to embody these core values in our daily lives by welcoming all, inspiring compassion, nurturing wonder, and serving community. Nurturing wonder means we encourage and celebrate a sense of wonder within everyone. At UTUUC, we create opportunities for spiritual deepening, questioning, and growth. We are so glad that you are with us today. We hope you find the service inspiring and meaningful. I invite you now to take a moment to greet one another, both online and here in the sanctuary.
Our chalice lighter today is Olivia Bruce. Olivia loves puppies. They are her favorite animal. I invite you to join with me in the words of our chalice lighting. We are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open mind, loving hearts, and the helping hands. We take care of the planet Earth and each other.
At this time of balance, at this time of awakening and renewal, we celebrate Ostara, the spring equinox, one of only 2 days in the year in which the night and the day are equally balanced, with the daylight growing and growing until the summer solstice. We celebrate today. We celebrate the wheel of the year. Ostara symbolizes fertility, rebirth, and renewal. Today, we will open with the earth-centered spiritual practice of casting a circle and invoking the directions. And then we will open the circle and release the directions when we are done. We celebrate today. We celebrate the return of our choir, right? With music that speaks to our spirits, live and in person for those of us in the sanctuary, and let me tell you, those of you who are online are in for a treat as well. We celebrate today. We celebrate with the return of our own voices. In just a few moments, we will unite together in song for the first time in 2 years in this sanctuary. We celebrate today. We celebrate because we have so much to celebrate. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your life's journey, and wherever you are in the world, you are welcome here. Come, let us worship together.
On this spring equinox day, we are entering the light half of the year. As the days are getting longer, we invite you to reflect on your intentions for spring. Remember, this is a time of self-renewal, spring cleaning, starting the garden, changing our wardrobes, our foods, and new habits of rising and going to bed, cleansing the house, opening the windows and our hearts. The celebration of spring is an ancient tradition from cultures around the world. The celebration of spring in Unity Temple by the Earth-Centered group has been inspired by the traditions of the pagans, the Native Americans, the Celtic, and the Yogic. We acknowledge and thank the Native Americans who lived here on this land before us. We stand on the traditional homeland of the Ojibwe, the Ottawa and the Potawatomi tribes. I light this candle today in honor of Alice Music for her contribution to the Earth-Centered group, the Unity Temple Choir, and the Bells. Alice loved nature. She embodied it in her graceful kindness and her delight in celebrations of all the seasons. She was both musical and magical. Alice was a beloved artist, mother, role model, and friends of many of us here today. She was also inspired by the whimsy and creativity of Harry Potter and Alice in Wonderland. She was a catalyst for restarting the tradition that we will share with you today. We will cast this circle to honor the earth and all the elements it has given us in order for us to live. The circle will bind us together as a community anew. Please stand if you are willing and able to join us and face the direction of the speaker and participate in our call and response if you are so moved. We will start with the realms of above, middle ground where we are, and the realms below.
Spirits of the realms above, sky, space, sun, moon, and stars. Come, all our ancestors, and bless our circle. Spirits of above, be with us today.
Spirits of above, be with us today.
Spirits of the realms who dwell in Middle-earth, be with us, all our fellow beings. Bless our circle. Spirits of Middle-earth, be with us today.
Spirits of Middle-earth, be with us today.
Spirits of below, deep earth and deep sea, come, the world of nature and our Mother Earth. Bless our circle. Spirits of the realms below, be with us today. Spirits of the realms below, be with us today.
We will all face the direction of east, and the element is air.
We look to the east, spirits of the east, powers of air. Your warming breezes invite us to open our windows and breathe in the fresh air. It's as if the birds are singing and laughing in dawn sunbeams for all of us to hear. Let springtime whistle through a new freshness into every being. Surprise us with the joy of living and teach us the sounds of hope. Be with us today. Spirits of the East, be with us today.
Spirits of the East, be with us today.
The next element is fire. It's being a little finicky. There it is. So all face south.
We look to the south. Spirits of the south, powers of fire, bring the heat of noonday sun to warm our longer days. May we lift up our faces toward your light. Unite our hearts with your love. As we move into spring, let new energy dance among our bones. With the promise of new life outdoors again, fruitful times will be restored. Be with us today. Spirits of the South, be with us today.
Spirits of the South, be with us today.
Now we face west. The element is water.
Spirits of the west, powers of water, let our spirits flow with the melting snow. Come with your whispering winds of rain. We celebrate this rebirth of the season, beginning new life around us. Encourage us to refresh our minds, body, and spirit. Be with us today. Spirits of the west, be with us today.
Spirits of the west, be with us today.
Now we face the direction of north. North is the element of earth itself.
We look to the north, spirits of the north, powers of the earth. Even in springtime, surrender is required. The earth is yielding to the sprouting spring flowers of snowdrops, crocus, daffodils, and more. Invite us to plant new seeds in your softened, fertile soil and our own hearts. Encourage us to be patient and tend them with promise for the future of our own lives and for the generations to come. Be with us today. Spirits of the North, be with us today.
Spirits of the North, be with us today. You may all take your seats, and the circle is now cast. Take your candle.
Now, after 2.5 years of not singing as a community, please join me in singing hymn 301, Touch the Earth, Reach the Sky. Touch the earth, reach the sky, walk on shores while spirits fly, over the ocean, over the land, our faith a quest to understand. Touch the earth, reach the sky, children as the reasons why. In our lives the answers show, and by our love they learn to grow. Touch the earth, reach the sky, all are born and all shall die. Life's the time left in between, to follow a star, to build a dream. Touch the earth, reach the sky, pluck the laughter, feel the cry. May we see where we can give, for this is what it means to live. Touch the earth, reach the sky, soar with courage ever high. Spirits join as we fly, to touch the earth, to reach the sky.
Please join in reading the words of our covenant. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God.
My name is Jay Cohen. I'm one of your pastoral associates. Each week in our service, we take a moment to reflect on the moments of our week that have touched us and hold one another in our hearts. Part of Unity Temple's mission is to inspire compassion, and we always want to be with one another in times of both joy and sorrow. If you would ever like for something to be shared up at the microphone, up on Sunday, please just get a hold of one of the pastoral associates or ministers during the week. You can reach any of us individually, or you can just email pastoralassociates@unitytemple.org, and we'll mention it from the pulpit. Allison Price reminded me this morning that today is the 7-year anniversary of our World Cafe back at United Lutheran. I don't know if any of you were at that World Cafe, but that was sort of where we started our daring to dream and our whole process of creating mission and values. So thank you to all of us and who have really helped us live into this mission. The flowers today are, I don't see where they are. Where are the graces? No, I see the flowers. I don't see the graces. But Terry Grace, it's for Terry Grace and Aaron Grace. And they're from Judy. And Terry and Aaron, both of them are celebrating birthdays. So we wish Terry and Aaron both wonderful, wonderful men, and we wish them a happy birthday. Magani Koshimura, Mogani is working this semester with a student in the United States here, and he's from the Ukraine. And he's had a difficult time getting a hold of his family, but he did get a hold of them. And Magani would like us to share that the students, his son and his ex-wife, safely fled to Poland. His father and his father's family were able to get to the western part of the Ukraine, and his mother has decided to stay in Kharkiv in the bunker. And so he's very concerned, and so our prayers are with Magani's friend during this time. And along with that, let's just hold in our hearts all the people of Ukraine, both the people who fled and the people who remain where they are, as well as all the people in Russia and Belarus who are also impacted by all of this. So we always hold that in our hearts. Let us always remember that violence touches the lives of many people, both inside our community and outside our community. And each week in our service, we always hold in our hearts both victims and perpetrators. So as we hold all of these joys and sorrows, both spoken and unspoken, in the sanctuary of our hearts, we enter together in a time of prayer and reflection. This week's prayer is actually provided by our Earth-Based Spirituality group. They've asked us to share this pagan and indigenous blessing for the spring equinox. From its winter sleep, the earth is awoken, the cycle of nature true and unbroken, the promise of spring, of life, a new start, to fill you with faith in mind, body, and heart. The perfect wheel of nature keeps spinning, with proof that an ending is just a beginning. Rejoice with the season, may it fill you with peace, and the blessing nature for you never cease. Blessed be. Amen.
Hello, everyone. I am Teresa Height Murray, and my pronouns are she, her. And this is a time in our service where we invite children from all ages to come and join me down here for a little fun bumblebee experiment. You guys gonna come? Come on. Here's a bumblebee. Excellent. Thank you for coming. See, she's already got the moves. All right, come on in, come on in. Think that bumblebee got away. All right, well, if you are a happy person today, this is going to make you even happier. So I'm gonna invite the kids to stand up with me. Can you guys stand up? All right, and get your bumblebee wings on if you want. And you can fly around a little bit while we do this. Can you guys show me a little bumblebee action here? You move around a little? All right. So the bumblebees make an interesting sound, and it's called the bee's breath, or Brahmari. And bee's breath sounds a little like this. Are you ready? Can you guys do it? Can you try? Don't put your teeth together because they'll vibrate in a really funny way. All right? You ready? Let's go. Take a breath in and go. Very nice. You gonna invite your parents to do it? Should we invite everyone to do it? So this has a benefit for health and vibration. So if you do find that you're getting a cold sometime, it will help loosen things up. You ready? One more time. Take a breath in. Beautiful. Thank you to our helpers today. Thank you to everyone. I think spring is coming. Thank you, guys. Now we're gonna
As the choir was singing, I was thinking their song felt like a flower emerging from the ground, reaching to the sun. Perfect. As I was walking between Unity Temple and our office building at 1019 South Boulevard this past week, I noticed the grass is turning green. Just a little, but it is. The sun was out, it was 60 degrees, my spirit was buoyant. I felt refreshed, renewed. Did you feel it too? I hope you did. And it looks like today will be another one of those glorious, glorious days. I have spent the last 12 springs at the top of the South in Kentucky. There, spring pops out. It's not here one day, and then the next, there are flowers and colors and birds and pollen everywhere. And within a day or two, you have to mow your lawn. I am enjoying this slow emergence of spring here in Chicagoland. I am not one of those people, I don't know about you, but I am not one of those people who hop out of bed in the morning bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. No. I yawn, I stretch, and on a perfect morning, I lay there for a few more minutes listening to the sounds around me. I might even go back to sleep for a few minutes if I have time. When I do finally get up, I slowly go about my morning routine, and it isn't until the second cup of coffee that I'm really suitable for human interaction. Reverend Emily sent me a funny text 2 weeks ago about how Chicagoland actually has 12 seasons. And at the time, we were currently in the spring of deception, which would be followed by third winter. Yep, that was pretty much exactly what happened. And now I think we are in the pollinating. Does that sound about right? At least my allergies seem to agree with that. And actual spring is supposed to be next. I hope so. I'm ready. I'm on my second cup of coffee. This slow pace with its back and forth of spring, it feels so familiar. Stretching and yawning and taking our time, taking things slowly, maybe even going back to sleep a bit. Whether spring pops out in a day or it takes its time, all over the world, it is a time to celebrate. All over the world, there are celebrations that mark the beginning of this season, this spring equinox. Some of these festivals celebrate with rabbits and eggs. You might be familiar with some of those. Others celebrate with dragons and serpents. Each locale honors spring in its own way and its own time. For us here in this climate, in this temperate zone, in this hemisphere, spring is often a time of new life, of welcoming children and the sounds they make and the joy they bring. As we emerge from the pandemic, I have loved hearing the sounds of babies and toddlers and children here in this sanctuary. What could be a better reminder of renewal and of nurturing and community? For many of us, spring is also a time of cleaning, of taking down the curtains and washing them, of beating the dust out of rugs and washing the walls and the light switches. Do you all do that here, or is that a South thing? You do? Some, okay, all right. It's also a time of cleaning out our spirits, starting new spiritual practices, getting right within ourselves, seeing what is emerging within ourselves. Spring is also a time of falling back in love with the earth and all her beauty. Where in the early part of the year in the northern hemisphere, where we are, and in the later part of the year in the southern hemisphere, this big blue marble, this blue boat home that we love erupts in a cacophony of color and beauty and fragrance and life, and things are just alive. Spring is a time of hope and possibility, where things that before felt impossible, we don't have the energy, we just can't do it, but now maybe we can. Maybe we do have the energy. A time when we can emerge from our hibernation and begin again. Tell me, how can we keep from singing in the spring? Unitarian Universalist minister, the Reverend Evan Carvel-Zemer, writes, "If we lived in another climate, our souls might speak other languages. We might speak oasis or permafrost, dry season or monsoon. But our souls speak spring. Our souls speak green shoots pushing through last year's leaves. Our souls speak flower buds stretching to sun. Our souls speak mud puddle and nest building, damp earth and worm castings, tiny green leaves and frog choruses. We speak spring because spring sings in us. We gather here in this sacred place, in this sacred time," Evan writes, "to nurture our faith in our own growing, our own courage to push through, our own blossoming into beauty, our own small part in the spring of this world." Amen. May our souls sing with the joy of rebirth. May we nurture our faith, our courage, our blossoming, and may our spirits be renewed this spring. May it be so. Blessed be.
Each week, Unity Temple gives our Sunday offering to an organization that aligns with our values. This week, our offering supports Sarah's Inn. Sarah's Inn provides comprehensive services for facilities for families affected by domestic violence, so they get the support they need to find safety, rebuild their lives, and heal. They run a 24-hour crisis hotline for those in need of help. Additionally, Sarah's Inn educates children and adolescents about how to cultivate healthy relationships to prevent violence from occurring. And they offer legal services to ensure survivors of domestic violence receive equal rights and protection under the law. By donating to Sarah's Inn, Unity Temple members are improving the lives of those affected by domestic violence and breaking the cycle of violence for future generations. Thank you for your gift of help and hope. You may donate by placing cash or checks in the collection baskets that are being passed. If you are sitting in the back row of the section of pews you're in, you will find a basket stored under the pew. Please pass the baskets, and someone will be at the back of the main floor of the sanctuary to collect all the baskets. You can also give by sending a check to the Unity Temple office with Sarah's Inn on the memo line, or by following the instructions on your screen. May what you give bring you joy. Thank you.
Please stand and sing with me hymn 74, On the Dusty Earth Drum. On the dusty earth drums beats the falling rain. Now a whispered murmur, now a louder strain. Slender silvery drumsticks on an ancient drum beat the mellow music, bidding life to come. Chords of life awakened, notes of greeting spring, rise and fall triumphant over everything. Slender silvery drumsticks beat the long tattoo. God the great musician calling life anew.
Please. Jen. Go ahead.
We're back. And we are doing opening the circle, which means we take this energy out into the world. Right. Are we ready? Now we open the spring equinox circle in Unity Temple in the spirit of spreading peace from our small group here to all sentient beings everywhere. Please stand again if you are willing and able. Join us by facing the directions invited by the speaker and participate in our call and response if you are so moved. We'll start by facing the north this time. The element is earth.
Spirits of the north, may every yielding to our true nature be a graceful letting go so new life can stir. Thank you, spirits of the earth, for being with us today.
Thank you, spirits of the earth, for being with us today.
That's right. Julia, blow out your candle. Now we will turn to the direction of west. West, remember, is go with the flow water.
Spirits of the West, may we lean into your strong embrace as the first signs of revitalization grow strong in how we flow through our precious days and nights. Thank you, spirits of the water, for being with us today. Thank you, spirits of the water, for being with us today.
Now I invite you to face the south. South is fire.
Spirits of the south, receive our gratitude for the light of spring days. Touch our open hearts with new warmth and fill them. Thank you, spirits of fire, for being with us today.
Thank you, spirits of fire, for being with us today.
Now we will face the east. East is air.
Receive our gratitude for fresh spring air. Call us awake with bird songs and swaying branches in bud. Thank you, spirits of the air, for being with us today.
Thank you, spirits of the air, for being with us today.
Now we'll honor the spirit of above, middle ground, and below.
Thank you, spirits of the realms of above, middle, and below, for being with us today. We feel your presence within and around us always. We thank you for your presence. Thank you, spirits of above, middle, and below, for being with us today.
The circle is now open, but unbroken. Our call and response is merry meet and merry part and merry meet again.
Merry
meet and merry part and merry meet again.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
I invite you to join with me in the chalice extinguishing. The words are printed in your order of service. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. So our chalice is just staying lit today.